Hello, hello, hello. Sorry. I'm just trying to get myself ready here. You guys are too far off. Let me see. How do I put this? Maybe I need to put it down some more. Let's see. Yeah, that's much better. How are you all doing today? Hello. Let's make some samosas. I'm trying to stream also from my other gadget here. So let's see. Pardon my unpreparedness. Trying to set my angles here. Let's see. Live stream on this other side. Live. Let me just put it here. How are you all today? So today I have beef samosa here. So basically, my beef samosa is pretty simple. It's just beef. I think you all can clearly see. So it's beef cooked. I added garlic, and then part of again what I added was garlic and then the beef. I didn't put any oil because ground beef normally renders a lot of oil, so that's why I did not add any more. So let's say make samosa with me. I don't know if anybody's gonna join the live stream. I normally don't do a lot of live streams on. I don't do a lot of live streams on Facebook. So not on Facebook, but on YouTube. So if nobody joins, I'll totally understand. Let me put the volume up. Yeah, it should be full. So I hope you guys can hear me. Make samosa with me. So this is beef samosa. Okay, so what I normally do is when I'm making my beef samosa, one second. Okay, make samosa with me. So let's see. I just need to put. Okay, let's see. I think that's good. Done. Go live. Let's see. So I'm also trying to go live on my other platform. That way I kill two birds with one stone. Hello, guys. How are you all today? Yeah, let's make some samosa. And I don't know why this stream does not look very clear, but that's fine. So anyway, my daughter already did the wraps for me. So all I need to do is fill the pockets up. These are called just with samosa pocket. So all it is just beef. The samosas are beef. So all it is it's just tortilla wraps or like homemade wraps, and that's it. Yeah, so let's do this. So like I said, this is just beef. I'm making some beef samosas. So all it has is beef. Y'all can see that, right? So it's just beef with, if you have any questions, just type them. It's just beef with onions and cilantro, And then we already pre-made the wraps. And then for the paste is just flour, regular wheat flour with water. That's it. So all I've done is just made the pockets and wrap the pockets with your beef. That much should be good. And then you just fold it in. You fold it in like that. So the seam side, fold in. Fold in the seam side. And then take the paste, put the paste there, put the paste on that side, and then flip it over. That's all. That's how easy it is. So let me make some more. Okay, let me see if I can dismantle. Let me dismantle this for y'all's sake. So all you do is, I like the half method because I feel like the half method for the samosa is the easiest. So when you have the half, I normally just fold it, like not really half, depending also. You can always like do it like that. It will be bigger, but I like it like almost that much. And then on this side is where I put the paste. And the paste is so simple. It's just regular wheat flour and water. That is it. So I just put it there and then fold it in, pinch the corners. So once you pinch the corner, that's it. And then you take the beef, put it in, and once you put your beef in, so one tip for putting the beef in, do not put it on like, you see how it's on the side? Try and have all this stuff all the way in. That way, when you're deep frying your samosas, all this stuff does not get into your oil. I don't know if I'm making sense. And then that side, you put the paste. So you put the paste there. Make sure you tuck the corners nicely. I'm trying to do it this way so you can see. Otherwise, it's just facing you. I don't know if I'm making sense. Like that. Press it in. It's more like an envelope. You know how like you put an envelope and then this side flips up, and make sure you pinch the corners. So once you pinch your corners, that's ready to go. Now, one tip I can give about samosas is, once you do this, when you're deep frying, you'll put the parts where you have done your the seam side into the water first. Water into the oil first. Okay? So seam side down into your oil. That's it. So we go to the next one. So like I said, we already pre-made our wraps. Now, honestly, the tip I can give about beef is, over time, I have come to prefer frying my beef. Okay, so first I cook my beef without doing anything, because the beef always has a lot of oil. Even if it's the 80-20, that's 80-20. So 80-20 is 80% meat, 20% oil. Or even the 73-27, 73% meat, 23% oil. Even that still has a lot of oil in it. So what I always do is I put my beef on the pot with a garlic, and then I don't put anything else. I just put my garlic and beef, cook it, and make sure you see like how my beef is so like it's not lumpy. You have to keep stirring, keep stirring, so that your beef does not become lumpy. Because once the meat cooks, what happens is the meat like holds together. But if you keep stirring, you're ensuring that you don't have to like use the masher. All you do is just stir. Once you do that, and don't put any salt. Thing about salt with any beef, anything you're cooking beef, don't put the salt fast, because the salt takes the water out of the meat and makes your minced meat too watery. I try and like just put garlic only and the beef, cook it nicely. Once it has cooked all the way, like and then you just keep stirring. Once it has rendered the water and you can see even the fat has come out, and then I put it in a strainer. I strain it. And then I come with now more onions. I now fry my onions with a very little amount of oil, even if it can be from the same oil from the meat, or even new oil is fine. And then cook a little bit of the onions, and then cook whatever spices you want. Or if you want, like for me, I added, so for my color, that color is, you won't believe it, bell pepper. Bell pepper. See? These bell peppers are yellow bell pepper. So I mixed all three types. I mixed the red, I did red bell pepper, the yellow bell pepper, and the yellow and the orange bell pepper. I mixed into my onions, and then let it cook until all the bell pepper has, like when the bell pepper cooks with the onions, the little onions, it helps to like take away all the water from the samosa meat. And then once it's cooked, all my spices, that's the point I put all my spices. Whatever spices you want. I cannot tell you exactly, oh, put this spice or this spice. It depends with your choice. It's all about choice. So always I say I don't like to be very specific on the type of spices, because everybody has their different taste. Some people like it more like, more savory. Some people like it with more pepper. Some people like it with more sweet. I've even had friends who requested samosas with, of all things, cheese. And I'm like, you know what? Why not? You can put cheese. Even if you want to add vegetables into like your beef, by all means, add your grated carrots, or if you want to add cabbage or whatever you want. The thing about samosas I've come to discover is go according to your taste and whatever you like, because samosas typically are meant to be spiced beef that are very, like it's not something you can eat every day. It's more like a delicacy, like, a rare, because it's very tedious. It's a lot of work. Just making, can you imagine making all this? I have over, I even have more. I have over 50 samosas to make. And I'm here just yapping and chatting with you guys. Anyway, but I like to share. I like to share and learn, because somebody taught me. And I only feel like it's fair for me to also teach somebody. So please like the video. Please follow my page. I have learned to cook from people, and I love to teach too, simply because you can buy food, but when you do it yourself, you discover how to make it your way. And your way will always be better than even how you've bought it from somebody. So that's why for me, I like really insist and like to like keep learning, keep cooking, and keep learning more stuff. So like I said, the paste is so simple. It's just oil, not oil. What am I saying? It's almost 125 here. I'm in the US, so forgive me. I need to be sleeping. I'm here cooking. So this is just flour and water. You just mix it and it makes a perfect paste. Some people use just water, some people use eggs, but depending with also what your type of wraps are. Like I said, mine are more like tortilla wraps. You can even make them at home. You know how you just do regular tortillas. It's just water and a little bit of lard or flour or oil onto the paste for the wraps, and then just let it rest and then roll it or like use the presser. And that's it. You see, it's not even pre-cooked. Like it's the color is just like white plain tortilla. And I like to use, some people like to use the real cooked tortillas, but I prefer this. Now, the other secret I can tell you for free about samosas is once I have them like this, you can put them in the freezer, freeze them. Just put them in a Ziploc, cover them nicely, and not like, you see how it doesn't have any paste? Like the paste dries out. So when I'm putting them aside, I try and put them the seam side down and facing away so that by the time I'm doing this other one, this one is already dry. And then they don't stick together. So you see, like, even if I do that, like it's already dry, it can't stick together. So I try and put my paste. So when I do this, I don't put the paste on the outside. And you see, even on this other side, the seam has no paste on it. So when you do that and then you freeze it, it becomes easy for you to cook. Let me tell you, even if you put this in the fridge and then tomorrow morning you like fry them, deep fry them, they'll be so crispy. You'll be asking yourself, why am I ever buying samosas? Samosas are a labor of love, but very easy to make. Let me tell you, very easy to make, because I've even taught my daughter. So my daughter already did all the wraps for me. So all I'm doing right now is just filling it up with the beef. Now, like I said, the beef has onions, cilantro, some spices, and I put the bell pepper. Reason I do not put too many I don't put too many spices is because when I cook it like that with the fresh vegetables, oh my gosh, it just like elevates the samosa. Let me not lie to you. The samosas will always be elevated because it's all fresh ingredients. Then just tuck it in again and then fold it, put the paste on that side and fold it up. Make sure you have the edges all pinched in. And that's it. You guys haven't. Jesus, I broke my glass. Guy, nimevunja glass yangu. Guy. Okay, can you come and do for me another paste? I have messed my thing. That's my wine. Baby, come. Good thing is it fell down. I'm sorry, guys. I should have put it on this side. Anyway, do you guys have any questions? Yeah, so sorry about that. I'm so sorry. It's 1 a.m. Oh my gosh, time now is 1:30. Kuja, baby, come and help me and put on your shoes on your way here. I broke my glass. Anyway, I don't see any questions. Do you guys have any questions? Let me see.
Yes.
Put on shoes. Nimevunja glass hapa. Put on shoes, please. I need you to make me paste. And make it a little runny. Don't make it too. Thank you. Yeah. And then give me some paper towels too. It spilled on the table. Good thing is it wasn't a lot. It was just like a tiny bit. Do you guys have any questions about samosas? And how do you like your samosas? Now, the other thing I've come to discover is veg samosas. Oh my gosh, vegetable samosas are like more easier to even make, because when you're cooking your potatoes and you're spicing your potatoes on the way, the potatoes are like do much better. Wako ona hapa ni sita, hapo ni moja. Yeah. Any questions, guys? So samosas. One thing you can do it like this, like there's how many? I can say there's more ways to skin a cat than to make samosas. Like samosas is so diverse. You can do them anyway. There are no rules as such. The rules, you're the one to make the rules, because at the end of the day, you're the one eating them. So we appreciate, I think it's the origin of samosas. We have to give it to our Indians or Nepal brothers and sisters. They're the ones who let us let us know about samosas. But now that we've adapted the recipe, you do it your way. There's no specific way, like there's no right or wrong way. You're the one eating it. I keep saying that. Like, for me, I break so many rules when it comes to things are supposed to be done this way, because I'm the one eating it. So you can't tell me I can't do it a certain way. I'm the one doing it. If I see it's too much salt, and every recipe, I don't think I've seen a recipe and I follow it to the T. If it's too much sugar, I won't put all the sugar. If it's too much salt, I won't put all the salt the recipe calls for, because I'm like, I don't eat that much salt or even the fat. I'm like, I can substitute this with that. So always, that's how I look at cooking. I look at cooking like it's a guide. Somebody can give you a guide, but tweak it to suit you. Don't like follow it to the T. Over time, I have seen so many recipes of different things that I know how to cook, and I'm like, nah, I don't like doing it that way. I prefer doing it this way. And there's nothing wrong with that. Tweak any recipe you see to your own liking. So, like I said, for me with samosas, but I know for sure the one secret I can give you for free. I don't even have a meat pounder. I see so many people pounding the meat, and I'm like, Once you're starting your meat, the ground beef, when you're starting it, when it starts cooking, you're good to go. Your meat will not clump up. Because long time I used to like let it cook and then come back and then work on it. And then over time, when I kept stirring, and okay, it would be a labor of love of some sort, because you're standing there until all the meat looks brown. There's no like pinkness in the meat. Once there's no pinkness, when you keep stirring and stirring and stirring and there's no pinkness, you're good to go. My beef is always like that. Like it's always, see how there's no lumps? That's how my beef is all the time. Simply because I always like, keep stirring and stirring and stirring and stirring and stirring, and I don't I don't let it cook and then lump up. When you let it lump up, it's so much work because you just have to come back and like do all that. And like I said earlier, I know people keep on like jumping in and jumping out of the live. The one thing I can tell you is do not put salt. Thank you. So that's just the paste. So what we are going to use is just, the paste is just water and flour. That's it. And let's continue. So I was demonstrating how to like pack your samosas. I prefer the half round. So the half round, when you do the half round, to me it's easier than it's easier than, thank you. It's easier than doing the other method. When you do, I know like there's so many methods for the samosa. I personally prefer doing this envelope method. I feel like it's easier, and I've done it so many years, like it's become it's so much easier and faster for me. So what I try and do is I try and make all the make the squares fast. Oh yeah, she tightened it too much. Like I said, my daughter is the one who did this for me, so that becomes easier. Guys, please like the live, and then once you put it in like that, just fold it in, and the other thing is don't fill it up. This is too much. Don't fill it up too much because they're not all the same size, so I need to remember that. And then, like I said, be careful not to put all the things on the outside, because that's what, when you're going to fry, if you have all the stuff on the outside, that's what's going to dirtify your oil. So just look out for that. So, and then we just continue. So I don't see any questions. If you guys have any questions, please just put them down there, and I'll be sure to answer. Like I said, the beef, I cook the beef first and then put in the rest of the ingredients. So yeah, and once you have already made the beef, strained it, and then now you can add your salt. Do not add your salt when you're cooking your beef. What happens is, even when you're cooking your stew, when you put salt in your stew, when you're still trying to fry it, what happens is the salt will suck out the water from your beef and make your beef very watery, and then also harden it. What you want is you want your beef to retain the spices so that it's not hard. So that's one thing I'd like you guys to remember. Oh my gosh, this girl. So we have our pockets, and then all we're doing is just filling it up with the beef and covering it up. I have seen recipes where people cook the onions first. Like I said earlier, if you're jumping in right now, I like to cook some onions first, and then once the beef is cooked, I add into the onions that is cooked, some little onions so I'll cook the onions with the bell pepper, and then if I have actually with this recipe I also added, actually I did not, but you can also add the green onions, the spring onions. You cut up the spring onions fine, then you can add it too. And then once your beef is cooked, you put into that little bit of that cooked onions, spice it up, and then come back again and put raw onions. You know why? You see, those are raw onions. The reason you're putting raw onions is because, remember, we are going to again deep fry this. When you're deep frying the onions, you know what will happen? The onions will cook in the deep fried oil. So, yeah, and then it will increase the volume. It will increase the volume of your beef. So, if you are going to do business, that's a trick. Your trick, if you're selling your samosas, is onions. Onions is your trick. I have seen, I think there's one guy I saw on YouTube put on for one, I think he did 1 pound of beef, and the guy put like 1 gram of beef, no, 1 kg. So 1 kilogram of beef, and the guy put, was it 16 or 20 onions? And I was like, that's a little much. But guess what? It was for business. His video was showing how you can do a samosa business. And it made sense because right now the prices of beef have gone up. But if you can do, so he did 1 kg of beef and 20 onions, and he cooked the onions and you could barely see. You know how, like, you see, for me, you can see there's a lot of brown. For him, it was just the white. And I was like, you're not cooking samosa. How are you cooking 1 kg of beef and 20 onions? And they were the big ones. They were not the small, like these medium, small, and like large onions. They were the large onions. But the thing he did was, I saw like he really fried his onions, and he put all his onions in the oil, fried them very well after he had cooked his beef, and then spiced it nicely. So if you do it that way, then yes, you can do a little bit of the ground beef. So you can imagine, and that 1 kg, I think it yielded like 50 samosas. So he did 1 kg of ground beef, 20 onions. He put a little bit of cilantro, and then for him, he even put until I think it was mint leaves and garlic and more spices. Pepper. He put what's it called? The serrano pepper, finely chopped. So for samosa, it's whatever you want. The serrano pepper, and that's how he did it. So 1 kg of beef can yield 50 samosas. All you need to do is like put in your fillers. I've seen even people do ground beef with potatoes and carrots, and I've even seen some people do like cabbage with the ground beef. So yes, samosa can be a good business, but you have to be more creative on how to like stretch your meat out. You don't have to only put meat. I like to put cilantro in mine. And I know, like, if I wanted it to like yield a lot more samosas, I could have added more. I could add a lot more onions. So the trick to samosas is add in whatever vegetables you like. Have I seen any like I think for the vegetable samosas, mostly I've seen is like the potatoes. I've seen a lot of potatoes. A lot of people like potatoes, and yeah. So you can. Oops, guys, I'm getting sleepy, I think. Like I said, it's 1 a.m. here. This thing went direct into this. But I have to finish all this. Like I said, I have 50 samosas to make, so please keep me company. And then the other trick is you don't have to like fill it in all the way. If you notice, if you've ever bought samosas, they're normally not like packed. They just put them like that much. 1 tablespoon. 1 good tablespoon of your ground beef. That is it. You don't have to like fill it in too much. No. You just put. That's it. Well, maybe let me add a little. This one is too big. Yeah, that's good. Because you see, when it comes to, not unless like you're putting your food on a scale. Because how else are you to tell that you're doing the wrong thing or the right thing, honestly? How are you to tell you're doing the right thing or the wrong thing? Not unless you put the stuff on a scale. It's really hard. You're eyeballing, you know? Most of this food we're buying is people eyeballing them. So even you, if you want to like sell your food, remember that's the thing. Somebody is eyeballing and going according to the market value. But in reality, for me, this is, and that's why I'm thinking I needed to add more onions, but because it's for home consumption and I'm going to sell some a little to my friend, it's fine. But if it was like commercial, I could have added even like 20 more onions into this. Because this is 5 pounds. 5 pounds is how many kgs? So divided by 2.2 is what? So this is like more. This is more than 2 kgs, right? 2 times 2 is 4 point something. Yeah. So this is slightly more than 2 kilos. So I should have added, technically I should have added, like I told you, the guy added 15 onions in 1 kg. 15 to 17. So I should have added 30. 30 onions in here. But I only added like 8. But they were small. So that's a trick. You put in, because if next time you're buying your samosas, honestly, guys, next time you're buying samosas, just open your samosas and look at the ratio of onions to the beef. Most of the time, these guys sell us onions. They call them beef samosas. They need to call them onion samosas. Because if somebody is putting 1 kg of beef to 30 to almost 15 pieces of onions. And then what's the price? I remember one time we bought, so they have a Swahili village in Maryland, in DC. DC, there's a Swahili village, and those guys sell, I think we bought, one samosa was like almost $5. $5 for one like this samosa. $5. So you do your math. You do like 50 pieces of samosas for 1 kilo of beef. Add your onions, add your oil, add your cilantro and spices and everything. You'll easily do 50 samosas. I think you'll not spend more than, I don't think you'll spend more than $30. Yeah, you won't spend more than $30. And you're selling each for $5. So 5 times 50, 5 times 50. Mm. Mhm. This, I mean, let me not lie to you guys. There's money in food. If you are struggling, honestly, if you are struggling to like get gas money or like money for I don't know what or money for what, learn how to cook, sell food. That is the free advice I can give you. I just made a tray of pilau. And typically a tray of pilau, I've seen people sell what they call pilau without even the beef. And somebody was selling it for like, I think I've seen a lady selling it for like $65. Just rice and pilau masala. Mm. Do you know one big tray, like the one they consider a tray is maybe like the 2-inch aluminum foil, large, for $65. So you add beef, and you're not even adding a lot of beef. You're adding maybe like a 2-pound beef that you've cut into small pieces. Okay? And some people sell it for like $150, $120. Guys, there's money in food. I personally, GK, never cooked. Growing up, I was not the girl to cook. But when I came to the US, I was like, how hard can this be? Let me try. Right now, people are selling samosas for, some people are doing like 3 samosas for like $5. Some people are doing each for like $2. So $2 each, like this. This right here is $2. Okay? And I've already told you. How many onions? How many onions again? So guys, if you want to like make easy, quick money on your day off, make samosas. I have a friend of mine who is a nurse, loves to cook, and for her vacation money, she sells samosas to her co-workers. She makes them on her day off, puts them in the freezer. Because once they are like this, you just arrange them nicely onto like in your Ziploc bag, put them in the freezer. The day you have an order, you don't even need to thaw it. You're taking it from the freezer to the hot oil directly. And even in the restaurant, when you go, that's what they do. Do you think when you go to the restaurant, somebody is busy going and putting the samosa? Girl, boy, no. They already have the samosas ready in the freezer. All they do is take it out of the freezer and put it in the oil. And they've just made all the different types. Spicy, mild, no spice. Simple. Yeah. And then they sell it to you for however much. I've told you. Swahili Village, they sold 5. And that was back then. That was like, I think I was there during COVID. So that was like 2020, 2021. We're in 2025. I won't be surprised if Swahili Village is selling samosas for like $6 or $7 a piece like this. $7. So you guys are sitting on money. Like, and you see, if I do them like this, it won't take long because it's all about planning. Once you just do like 2-3 hours, you're done. And if you're selling each for like $2, 50 samosas is how much? $100. And if I look at how much expense I'll have put in this thing, it is maybe like 30. Yeah, maybe like $30. 25, 30. So if it's 25 for 50, for 50 samosas, and I'm selling them for $2 each, good money. I have made my good 70 something dollars, just like that. Just like that. $70. And if I get customers who want to buy them like this, and in fact, if anything, I encourage, I hope none of them is watching, I encourage my people to buy them like this. But it's not because I don't want to do the job. I have an air fryer. So I'm just gonna like throw them in the air fryer, 10, 10, 10 each. Within like 3-4 minutes, I'm done frying 10. The next batch comes in after 3-4-5 minutes, next batch. So those 50 will not take me more than 30 minutes to fry. So it won't be more work. And I'm putting them in the air fryer while I'm doing something else. I'm not standing there. Not air fryer, deep fryer. The commercial, like the kind of like the home one. So if you have even a commercial deep fryer, it's even better. Not air fryer. But I've also tried them on the air fryer. If you put a little oil on the top, they come out very good. So even if somebody wants to like put them in the air fryer, they're still good. You can do that. And the thing I love about samosas is, guess what? Samosas are a full meal. Samosas are a full meal because it has protein. It's tasty. You can put whatever you want. You can even add cheese. Because now when it's like this, I've even tried to like make it like that and then bag it and put it in the freezer if like it's left over, so that now when I have an order, somebody says they want it more spicy, I just come back, chop up all my serrano pepper very fine, or even put them in the blender to become very fine, cook it. Now that's the thing about pepper. You have to be really careful about pepper, because if you put pepper in and it stays out for too long, or even tomatoes, it's what makes it go bad. Remember that. Remember what like makes food go bad. Pepper is one of the things. So if you don't cook your pepper, it will make your samosa go bad quickly. That's why it's better to like put either the dried pepper or cook your fresh pepper. So it's best to cook it when you're cooking your beef. Put your pepper then, so that it cooks. But if you try and add it when it's already cooked, your samosa will go bad quickly. I don't know if you've ever like taken samosa and you feel like it has some taste, like it's something. It's not adding up. That's the reason why. Pepper makes food go bad if it's not cooked. So either add already, like the dried pepper or cayenne pepper, or some people like there's so many types of pepper, so many. So whichever you like, you can add it. But it has to be like either the powdered one, or I would say cook your pepper, cook onions and cook pepper, and then now add this. And your samosa beef will be ready. So you can do two ways. You could either freeze the ones that you've already put, or once you do your beef like that, freeze it, and then when you're ready, the day you're ready, just keep it out or keep it in the fridge to thaw, and then make your samosas. But the thing is, if you freeze them, you have to like be ready. It won't taste as good as when it's like this. So I'd rather you freeze them when they're like that. If you're still learning, I'd rather you freeze them when they are already like pocketed and ready to go. Do you guys have any questions? I don't see any questions. I've just been talking. I don't see any questions, guys. So yeah. Honestly, one of like samosas and meat pies, you can really make good money. You can really make good money if you're planning to like start a small business, like home business, or if you're a stay-at-home mom or dad, or if you're just in between jobs and you're trying to find something to give you good money, I would definitely tell you samosas would be somewhere to start. People love them. They're easy to make. You can always make them and freeze them, and just keep up with however long you've frozen them for. Like, this is an order for tomorrow, so I'm gonna finish making them, put them in the fridge, and then in the morning I'll just deep fry and then pack them in, and they'll be ready to go. So I remember back in the day when I learned to make them, we used to do them just for for a party. So even for parties, like if somebody has a party, this is something you can do to entertain your friends. It's quite a good, I would tell you, this is a good entertainment. So yeah. Honestly, I don't see any questions. I don't know why. I don't know if you guys are typing. I don't see no questions. Yeah. I don't see no questions. But yeah. This is just paste, water, and oil. Oil. Guys, I'm tired. Water and flour. I'm so tired. I've had a long day today. But I like making this in the night. I don't like doing them in the morning, honestly. I'd rather sleep late, do them, finish, and then when I go to sleep, I sleep in. Wake up 30 minutes, my order is ready. What is the largest number I have done? I think I've done by myself like 200 in one sitting. Yeah, so 200 times 2. Yeah. Yep. So samosas honestly is a good way for you to like make good money. I won't lie to you. Like I said, somebody taught me, so I don't mind sharing. I don't mind sharing my secret, because like I said, somebody taught me. Even me, I don't mind telling you guys that you can really make good money selling samosas. And I've even seen where you can even adapt it to your customers' needs. If somebody says they want cheese in it, it's their taste. It's not yours. Put the cheese there. If they say, you know what, I want it with carrots and sweet potatoes and I don't know what and what, figure out how to do it. Do it. Sell. Why not? Let no one lie to you. The food industry is the biggest market out here. One time I remember we had, I'm Kenyan, and Kenyans had like an event. Joel, where? Stop. So Kenyans had during Memorial, Kenyans like to get together. I was selling behind my car. I remember at the time I had what did I have? I had a Subaru. You know how Subarus open up? So my trunk was the type to open up like all the way up. And all this would be space. So I just put like I really made it a good selling place, selling table. And I put my samosas there. They were nice and fresh because I went to like a commercial kitchen and like fried all of them. And I had sausages. So I was selling sausages and samosas. 2 like this, 2. At the time, because it was back then, I think it was like almost 8. Maybe like 7, 8 years ago. So I was selling 2 like this for $5. Or I sell 1 sausage and 1 samosa for $5. I remember I took a Walmart bag. I put all the money in a Walmart bag for each night. I remember I went for 3 nights. 3 nights. I think I sold over, each day I was selling over 500 samosas. Yeah. Yeah. I paid my mortgage or rent that weekend once. Saturday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Selling. So don't underestimate. Let me just tell you guys, do not underestimate these little things. They are good money makers. Let me tell you, good money makers. Most of you have bought samosas from people, and you know, today I can tell you for free, because the market is so big. I mean, you cannot, I cannot sell for everybody, so I wouldn't feel, some type of way. I know even like where I live, there are so many people who sell, but everybody has a preference. There are people who buy from me and they keep religiously buying from me, but I know, yeah, even for a food truck, if you have a food truck, this is a very good source of income. Very good source of income. So I won't lie to you, like, yeah, very good source of income. And then if now you have even your own farm, you're growing your own onions, you're growing your own cilantro, because you see, like, cilantros are so expensive, like it doesn't make sense. The Walmart I just came from buying this cilantro, it's because it was last minute. I just realized I didn't have, and where I normally buy don't have them. I mean, it was already closed, because where I normally buy, they have like 3 stands for like 3 for 2 or 3 for 1. It used to be 3 for 1. Now it's like 3 for like $1 something. But Walmart is selling a bunch, one small little bunch, for like, was it 65, 70 cents? Almost 80 cents. Sometimes it's even $1 a bunch. So, Bobby, you want to join?
Hi.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you, Bobby?
I'm good. You trying to run a battle?
No, not at the moment.
All right. I'm running battles though, but it was nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. Good night. Good morning. Yeah. We ain't doing battles right now. We're trying to make money. In this economy, wherever you are, try and make money. I believe in stretching my dollar. I believe in putting in $30 and getting 70. That's just me. I believe in, you know, really stretching that dollar, because it's not that, because you see, if you look at even these millionaires or billionaires, they don't just put their money in the bank and just wait until they get more bills and they're paying their bills. No, all they're doing is using their money to make more money. So if you get money, what are you doing? What are you doing to stretch your money? Like, remember the oh, thank you guys for the gifts. I didn't even put a gift goal. Yeah. But yeah, so what I believe in is just stretching your dollar. I never used to be the type to, like, cook and sell. But when I saw where I live, there was a need for, like, most people are like working too much or, doing all that. I was like, you know what? I can still work and sell. So when you sell food, you can sell and make a little bit money. and then just learn to make some more. I just now I'm more comfortable making chapatis. I never used to like, be comfortable making chapatis, but now I can sell chapatis comfortably. I mean, it's more tedious. Don't get me wrong. I prefer samosas to chapatis because chapati is a labor of love, but you can still make money making chapos. You can still make money making meat pies or anything anybody can buy. Anything. Right now, we are living in the times where you have no excuse for not cooking because all you need to do is just research. You go on YouTube and just be like, how to make samosas, and you'll find over 100, over 200 recipes of how to make samosas. So it's for you to just pick one method that will work for you. How to make samosa wraps, you'll find like 20, 30, 40 different methods. Just the other day, I saw samosa wraps, and you know how like you do them from scratch, and this guy was deep frying them, and I was like, you can deep fry, not deep frying, but in the oven. He put them on like, the oven trays, and like it's stacked, and he put them in the oven for like 10-15 minutes. No, I think it was like 8 minutes. Took them out, turned them, and then, but it was the strips. So like when you do the strips, you have to like fold, 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 fold. Yeah. So, guys. Oh. Sorry. I had to verify the account. Yeah. So, yeah. Guys, tap, 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 tap the screen so it doesn't drop. So anyway, yeah. He put them in the oven. The strips. I was like, the method I always knew was like on a skillet, or like on a pan, and then the round method. But this guy did the square method. I was like, okay. And then he was like, oh, you can do the strips in advance, and then when you're ready, you can just use them. I was like, all this time. So yeah, so now I learned how to do them, and next time we are coming with that method. Just that I'm not too confident with that method because they produce the more crispy samosas that are more like the egg roll, the egg roll texture. And I still like these ones, but that's a variety too. So if you're the type like you want to do different types, or if you're doing catering and you just want a variety with whatever you're selling or cooking for your people, then yeah, that's another method. I was like, yeah. So, but guys, let me not lie to you. If there's one industry there's a lot of money to be made, it's the food industry. Food has money. I've seen people I think I've seen people selling. Even for me, I won't lie to you, I did not make these wraps. I didn't have the time. And where I bought them, I think I bought them at Walmart, and they were like, man, these things used to be like $1 something. Now they're $3 something, almost $4. They're almost $4 for 12 tortillas, because these are tortilla wraps, the ones that are not cooked. So when I'm in a rush, that's what I do. But not that I cannot make the wraps myself. I can. Just that I didn't have the time. I was crunched on time and I needed to make this order. So I know I have an option where I can go, and I've already identified the wraps. Let me see. I think I have them even here. Let me see. So these are the wraps. These are the wraps. The burrito size from Walmart. And they have, okay, so this, depending with the size, I prefer the 12 count. They have two different sizes. They have the 12 count and they have the 20 count. So the 20 count burrito size wraps, the tortilla wraps, will give you the smaller samosas. So this is a hack. If in Walmart they have this, if you're buying them from like a different store, as long as it's the one that is in the fridge, it should be the one in the fridge by in between like the in between the eggs and the cheese, not the one that's not refrigerated, if you want this particular type. Now, reason I prefer these ones to the other ones is because the other ones are more, they're thicker. They're thicker, and I don't have any particular, like, and then they don't have these ones don't have an aftertaste. The ones that are like not refrigerated, in my opinion, have some sort of aftertaste. So I don't like those ones. I prefer these ones. Yeah, I prefer these ones. So yeah, yeah, our samosas are coming together. Let's see. There. Do you guys have any questions? Honestly, I don't see any questions. Thank you guys for the likes. Please follow my page. If you haven't followed, you can leave a question. Maybe I'll see it later. What are you doing? I'm making samosas. Isabel, I'm making samosas. These are samosas. You know what samosas are? They are more like an Indian delicacy. Yeah, that's what I'm making. Thank you guys for the likes. How do you fold them? Oh, okay. I can take one apart. I had shown earlier. So these are like a triangle. Let me see if it will come apart. So let me try and take this one apart. So it's half. It's half. So it's normally round. So from the packet, they're normally round. So all I do is I cut them into half, and then I don't fold them like, you see, it's not halfway. It's like more like kind of like triangular. Oh, baby, Joel, kuja unipatie charger. So it's more triangular, right? And then all I do is, once you have them like that, I put the paste on this side. You see? So this is the other flip, right? So I put them on this side, on this side, and then fold it in like that. And then put the paste and pinch the corner. And then that's it. Once I do that is, once I have it open, I stuff it like that. Not too full. And then the trick is, the side that has the fold, you'll fold it inwards. So this side that has a fold, you'll fold it. So it's facing me, right? I fold it inwards like an envelope and tuck it. So I'm tucking it in as I fold. I'm tucking it in as I fold, like that. And then you put the paste on this side. Pretty much like an envelope completely. So this is the side that has the fold. This is the side that has the paste. And then I flip it over like that and pinch the ends like that. But one thing you need to avoid is having the paste on the outside, because you see, like if I can show you the other one, see, because I've handled this one too much, it has the paste on the side, but this one does not. So that's it. Just make sure the ends are all tucked in. Okay? Easy. Bring the longer one. That's it. And then when you're deep frying, you put the folds first into the oil. Okay? The folds into the oil. My hands are so sticky. Any other questions? So same thing. See how there's no paste on the outside? So inside you just put, thank you. Sorry. I'm putting a chart. Yeah, thank you. Yeah. So that's all you do. You put the yeah, that's much better, I think. Okay. Yeah. So that's all. So you put, and then don't overfill it. Folded side. The folded side is this side, right? Facing me. Fold it in. Fold it in. You put the paste outside. And then fold it in. And that is it. And then when you're placing it, you place it on the folded side down. When you're deep frying, folded side first so that it cooks. I typically prefer putting them in the fridge for a little bit so that it all dries up nicely, and then it's more crunchy. But when it's coming from the freezer, oh my gosh, you put them in the oil directly, very nice and crunchy, like very, very nice. Yeah. Any other questions? What is the paste? So the paste is just water and oil. I keep saying oil, sorry. Water and flour. I think I'm just tired, guys. I'm sorry. It's 2:24 a.m. I need to sleep. I need to just finish this and then sleep. So just water and flour. Water and flour, that's it. Nothing fancy. Water and flour, that's it. Yeah. Thank you for the gift, guys. Yeah, water and flour. Just regular wheat flour. That's it. The thing about one thing I can tell you about samosas is they're a labor of love, but you do them once and that's it. Once you've done it, then you're good to go. Yeah. And then just make sure, don't be too messy. I've seen people like putting on gloves and using a spoon and all that. For me, it becomes so hard. I prefer doing it with my hands. But then again, don't put this on the outside. That's what's gonna mess up and like make your oil dirty. So you don't want that. You just want all this stuff inside like that. And then I'll just push. See, the flip is what is pushing them in. And then the paste, and fold it in. Fold it in. Pinch the corners. Bada boom, bam, done. That's how simple they are, honestly. Sema marembo. Poa, poa, how are you? Niko poa. I'm good. How are you all today? I know most of the people who are watching me, where are you guys watching me from? The wraps are made from, okay, so these are burritos from my local store. When I want to, like, when I don't have time. Yeah, I know. But not that I can't make the wraps, but hey, sometimes I think because I showed, I guess maybe they're thinking I'm advertising. Yeah, I think they're thinking I'm advertising, so they're like, oh, live visibility has been restricted for 10 minutes. So tonight we are making samosa. Sambusa, yeah. Ground beef with onions, cilantro. I put bell peppers, garlic, spiced it up. Samosa. Yes, that's what we are making tonight. Yeah. Yeah, I know. Sambusa 3. I know. Yes. I need to be sleeping. Yes, I know. Yeah, that's what I'm doing. So, yeah. You miss them? You can make them. Make them. I think next time I'll come. I wish I came earlier with like a full recipe of how to make them, so that you guys can just like, follow and see how I make them. But I was really crunched on time. I just needed to like sit down and just talk to you guys. That's why. But yeah. That's what we are up to today. But yeah, they're pretty much easy to make, honestly. I think just sitting here and making them with you guys, I'm almost doing 72, just like that. Just sitting here and chatting with you guys. Do you buy it ready made or from scratch? So I do them both ways. I do them both ways. I can make them from scratch, or excuse me, or the store-bought ones. I can do both. Just depending with the time. I can do both. An easy way is tortillas. You can do with the tortillas, either the deep fried, not the deep fried, the ones in the fridge or the ones that are already cooked. Personally, I prefer the uncooked ones. So like these ones, they are the uncooked tortillas. Sorry, let me turn this around so I have room to put them. Okay. Any other questions, guys? Yeah, they are. Yeah. So that's what we're making. Like I said, I have seen all types. I have seen people put all types of things. So whatever you prefer. Where can I buy them from? Okay. I have not started shipping, but if you are in the, maybe DM me, let's see. I've not tried shipping them, but I could freeze them and freeze pack them for you and send them to you, Ollie. So DM me and yeah, DM me and let me see. If you wanna try them, you can DM me. And then you can tell me how you like them. If you like them, how do you like them? Ollie, do you like them spicy? Do you eat spices? Or when I say spicy, I mean like with pepper. Do you like them hot or you like them mild? So just let me know how you like them. Um, Earlier, I had told people, I know even some people like them with like cheese. So I can even put cheese, or if you're a vegetarian, I can do veg with potatoes, or if you want with are they called green grams? Green grams? Or what are they called? We call them ndengu. I think ndengu is what is green grams, right, guys? I could be wrong, but I think that's what it is. So yeah. Yeah. We'll DM you. Spicy, my dear. Okay. Good. Alrighty. Yeah, just DM me and let's see. I could yeah, I could make them and send them to you. Otherwise, samosas are a good, like I said earlier, sometimes at lunchtime, I just like, deep fry two of them or put them in the air fryer and with a salad, and I'm good. I'm good to go. Or in the morning for breakfast. So it's something that you can eat as a snack or as a complete meal. Yeah. So they are perfect. Perfect in that way. Complete meal or as a snack. Yeah. So thank you guys so much for joining my live. I hope you followed my page. I plan to, honestly, this year, I plan to do a lot of cooking. I have like I put on my video earlier, I have a couple of things on my to-do list that I need to like perfect. Sourdough. I was in the sourdough frenzy. So yeah, that's sourdough I plan to make. Learn and perfect how to make them. Kimchi and what else did I say? What else? Huh. Oh, excuse me. What else did I say? I just said it today. Tired. Guys, I'm tired. You see my eyes? I look tired. Um, oh, canning. How to canning food. Yeah, how to can food. Because honestly, these are some of the things that we really need to learn to do, honestly, as a society. Reason being, I was just looking at the California fires, and just if anybody here watching me was affected in any way or will watch me, guys, sorry, and I hope you guys will rebuild and all that. Yeah, so looking at even the California fires, like if you have canned food, you can just like pack them and you're not worried about how to warm them, if they'll go bad. It's just food you have ready, and especially canning food that is already cooked and ready to go. I saw somebody cooking, I think it was chili, with beef as a complete meal and canned them. And I'm like, this is perfect even for, when you're doing long trips and you're not sure about if you're going to get food. Perfect. Or even on those stormy days when you're not sure about going to the store, you have your food. You know, I don't know why we don't think about doing that. Or even preserving stuff. If you're a farmer, if you're living on the farm and you have a lot of fresh produce, you don't have to like put everything in the fridge. You can either like dry them or can them. So I plan to learn how to can and stop buying stuff that I can just make and can them myself. You know? So yeah, that's my goal for this year, learning how to can. Yeah. Otherwise, do you guys have any more questions? I think when I showed the bag, the page was restricted. When I showed the burrito bag, I guess maybe TikTok or online they saw like I don't know, advertising for stuff that I'm not supposed to. I don't know. I don't know what triggered it. Or maybe it was the red color because the bag has some red. I don't know. Yeah. So, all right. So, this is the last one. This is the 72nd samosa. Believe it or not, 72nd. So, we have done 72 samosas. Yay! Because it was 24. Then you cut, 12 into, so each pack, it was 3 packs, each was 24. So 24 times 3 is 72. So 72 done and finito. Finished. I didn't even arrange them as such. So yeah, here we are. Voila! 72 good samosas ready to go. Yeah. I don't even think I'll arrange them. So I'm gonna cover, put them in the fridge, and then tomorrow I am going to deep fry them. Yeah. Deep fry, and yeah. And then some I'll just put them in the freezer and eat them slowly. So yeah. So thank you so much for keeping me company as I make samosas. So we is done. Finito. finished. Yep. Do you guys have any questions? So let me promise you one thing. I will come and show you how to perfectly make like very nice beef that's not lumpy. And then we can do demonstrations of how to do the folding. Yeah. And yeah. Otherwise, I am grateful for you guys watching me. Please follow my page if you haven't. Please, I'm begging you. Otherwise, I need to go put my head down because tomorrow I have to be up and active. Thank you so much for watching me today. My name is Gladys, Miss GK. I'm also on Facebook or YouTube. I'm trying to actually grow more my TikTok and YouTube page. I don't really care for Facebook. No offense. But yeah, so you can find me on YouTube, Gladys Miss GK. Yeah, we're still just learning. I'm not perfect, but the one thing I have honestly perfected over time doing is samosas. I can do samosas in my sleep. Samosas is one thing I have really, really I have perfected over time to do. Like I said, in one sitting, I think I did like 200. So these are 72. So this is nothing. This is nothing. So, but it's just practice. It's everything is practice. Practice makes perfect. And you get to learn what to do, what not to do. That's the thing about practice. You get to learn what works for you. So yeah. So other than that, yeah, that's it from me today. Any questions? Yeah. Thank you so much for why did I have 2 restrictions? I don't know. Otherwise that's it from me today. Let me go to sleep, guys. Yeah. Thank you for watching. Bye.